Hello, my name is Amana Begam Ansari and welcome to ThePrint. So this week I have written an article about the Khalistani extremist element which exists in the UK. So I basically have focused on the flourishing Khalistani ecosystem in the UK, and since we have been only focusing on Canada, so this issue of Khalistani is not the Canadian one. Yes, the situation in UK is not as bad as in Canada, but we have to focus and have to understand the ecosystem flourishing in UK before it turn into the same situation of Canada. So when we see that Khalistani element is accessing power corridor throughout this Western country, we need to understand why this Khalistani ecosystem is working properly, but not Indian ones, not Indian diaspora one. Why Indian diaspora is failing to counter their narrative and their ecosystem? That is the what I have tried to understand in this article. So while the first of example is Nijar. If you see that Nijar, in most of the Western media, he was mentioned as a Sikh activist or your friendly neighbor plumber, and Indian diaspora couldn't. I won't say couldn't. They don't have the skill and the methodology to send the message in the mainstream media that how Niger was affiliated with the banned terrorist organization Khalsa Babbar, which is banned throughout the all Western country, including India and some other nation as well. So we couldn't put out that information outside in the mainstream media, which is a failure of us. So to understand it better, I have talked to Chris, who is a security analyst in the Britain, and he said while the situation is not as bad as in Canada, in UK, and in USA, but still the Khalistani elements are trying to replicate the same kind of ecosystem, the same kind of methodology here to access the same power the way they have in Canada. So we have to be careful, and he talks about the modus operandi of Khalistani elements. So basically the organization who harbor such a extremist ideology, they try to use human right causes to normalize themselves. They will talk about issue like a former protest or issue of Sikh riots against the Sikh in 84. So, and justice for them. So when they talk about those issues which is genuine, they try to normalize their existence, while then in reality the same time they glorify the Khalistani violent attack on Western soil. So these are a few things we have to understand. Though UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has given the clear message that not any kind of violence and extremism and terrorism would be tolerated on UK soil, but still a lot has to be done. And the other tactic which Khalistani deploy is the coercion and threatening of the Sikh, moderate Sikh, who do not subscribe to this ideology or try to fight it back. I have mentioned a few incidents like this. Please go and read in my article. And apart from coercion, they also try to use the Gurudwara, and if you can read that there has been a report of a Khalistani separatist portrait in the Gurudwara. So, and recently the Indian High Commission personnel was attacked in before entering into the Gurudwara to stop him to visit the Gurudwara. So these are a few tactics they use to show themselves as a majority of the Sikhs, while they are not, but still their ecosystem is so powerful that they get successful in delivering and their message. They get successful to create the pressure tactics they want to on diaspora. So to counter it, UK government also has allocated fund to be more to understand more that the threat they possess. However, I think it's less about the success of Khalistani ecosystem, more about the indifference of Indian diaspora towards the Khalistani extremists, and to build an ecosystem to counter them. Please go and read this article. This is a very, very important article, and we need to understand and then have a dialogue like what we can do in the future. Thank you.